Off the play fake on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fakes the grab. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. The quarterback using all of the receivers at his disposal. This time he found the fullback.
And it's nice to have a guy that can block and obviously have the versatility to also catch the football, so you can mix it up and keep that defense guessing.
Pulls it in. It's Fowler. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He's going for a big play downfield. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Really effective concept against the zone there. It helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground. Quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone. Know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Spits it out to the back. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
It's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's going to fire deep. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Southern Cal. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Auburn offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Working that left side now. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. Auburn lines up quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Dumps it off in the flats. Spins away from the defense. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The offense changing the play. Wants to throw. It's Croman Hope. Unleashes one deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
He'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the tight end. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the 1st down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what the football back.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
Hard running there. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And the Trojans have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Trying play action. Going for it all. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs, and now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the 3rd play of this drive, 3rd down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing.
He's got it along the sideline. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
The Trojans are marching down the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Reagan. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. To the air on first down. They're working that left side. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Trojans will try to put one on the board on first and goal. This is a design run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
14, Auburn 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Auburn lines up quickly. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
They'll immediately call timeout. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Give to the running back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure coming. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the gun, give on the inside. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Snags it. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there.
And he will score! Touchdown, Auburn!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7.
USC 14, Auburn 7.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Bringing it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Gonna run it. It's Washington. Gotta be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll line up for a second down play. Now the play fake. Buys a little time with his feet. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Catch in the middle, it's Washington. He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab, it's Washington. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Tempo in overdrive. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw on line, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Just going to keep it after the snap. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, and we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
They'll give it to him again. Creates a little room. It's a seam wide open. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. After run, now throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Riley. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Now with the first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Wants to fire on second down. Bringing the heat. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. They'll ride the running back and lead it with him. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Makes the grab deep. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. One word to describe this guy: unstoppable. Over 150 yards receiving, and he is putting the gold into that Cardinal and gold.
And they do such a good job with this offense year after year. If you're a USC OC, you got stars. On the outside, you got speed. You know how to highlight them. You know how to find them. And you know how to feed them for big days like this.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the 1st down.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. What a ride it's been so far, and I'll vote for having a classic finish as we take a look at our game stats. All right, stage is set. Let's see how it all plays out here in this postseason showdown. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Run it with the fullback. Touchdown, USC! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
There's an old-school play you don't see very often anymore. Who's to say that fullbacks are dinosaurs today in college football? They turn around, they hand it off to the big fella, and he pays it off with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the Auburn offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Here's the pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
The incompletion brings up a second down. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Riley. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown and now get nothing.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You set your offense up. You turn the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. The give to the back. And they're able to make the tackle.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. This one's complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
The Trojans are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one.